Hey everyone, this is Guillermo of 413 Media Group, here again for another 413 review where we're going to be talking about a technologically advanced armor for weapon-based combat sports. That's a mouthful. Now this is a bit of old news for some of you guys, but for those of you who have been training instead of surfing the internet for the past few years, it would be your first time hearing about the Unified Weapons Master. Around 2014, Chiron Global released information on the Unified Weapons Master, which is basically like MMA but with weapons. Sounds really exciting, but how do you do that without being super crazy dangerous? Well, they designed this armor called the Lorica Armor, which is highly technologically advanced, and what it does is basically it has sensors that can read the force that is inflicted on certain parts of the suit and the body. Here's a quick look on the suit. So here's a video clip that I found of a smash test of the Lorica Armor using a bow staff. They started off right away with a head strike to the top of the head. There's a second one, and the third one is the strongest. Boom, because there's a grunt, that's why. Then the side of the head, a typical FMA target. The thigh, this guy is totally fine. And then the abdomen, and finally the back. Now you would think that with all that protection you wouldn't be able to move at all, but this mobility test proves otherwise. So as you saw, these Lorica suits are incredible for absorbing the energy that is being inflicted on them. This guy is just shrugging off these strikes like, yeah man, I do this once a day. So that's pretty exciting as an armor technology. But aside from how impressive the protective ability of this armor is, it also has sensors that detect how much force is being inflicted onto the user, which means it's an objective way to judge a combat sport match. After a bit of crowdfunding, which I followed along but didn't have the money to donate into, I was just like, yeah, Chiron Global, do your thing. Make that Unified Weapons Master happen. It finally happened. They reached their goal and they did some battle tests using some rules that are much more basic. It's basically like a game where you have lives. So instead of measuring how much damage each part of the body is receiving and then adding it up later, each fighter is racing to hit the other person first with the amount of damage that can be considered like a fatality. Then they get a -1 life. Like in Zelda, you get the hearts, right? So let's take a quick look at one of these beta testing fights. So for their first fight, it's an Australian guy using a Chinese style and a German guy using a European style. That's pretty interesting. On the left hand side there you can see an animation that makes it look just like a video game. But the rest of it looks just like a professional MMA match, complete with the slow motion and the commentary.
And steps back with his left, unleashing a big single-handed swing, getting the kill at range.
Red Rock with a double Chinese broadsword, Ironheart with a hand-and-a-half sword. The lights are on, that's two!
That's a nice effect where they can show you exactly where the person got hit using one of the sensors on the Lorica suit. Something that you can't do in a typical combat sport.
Measuring the damage force from every strike.
52 sensors sampling at 10,000 times per second. Now they are really starting to get stuck into each other.
On another clip, a kick just like that actually registers as a
fatality
and scores him a point.
But it's going to be building on cumulative.
I'm always so impressed when I see this level of technology being applied in martial arts. But even with this armor, I think there's still a huge amount of improvement that could be done. For example, they have only been measuring blunt force trauma and comparing it to the medical database for fracture profiles. That's all good and dandy, but Filipino martial arts and other weapons-based martial arts also have edged weapons, and with edged weapons, you need much less force to cut someone. So they're gonna have to have that information as well. Maybe they need to design a different kind of weapon rather than just the polycarbonate plasticky weapons that they were using. Also, the combat sport as well, I think has a lot of room for improvement. For example, if I hit them on the limb, I get 1 point, but if I hit them on a vital target area, I get 2 points. Or if I get a kill shot, I get 3 points. Something like that makes it more complicated so that they're not just trying to rush each other, hitting that one vital hit, because when that happens, technique kind of goes out the window. And also another big concern is one of the good things about this armor, which is how protective it is, I think is also a disadvantage in terms of training for martial arts and also its application for combat sports, because if you're not feeling pain, well then how are you gonna learn to react to it? You're not just gonna stand there like a tree and get hit all day. So I think if this armor was redesigned a little bit so that it's a little bit thinner, so the user can feel a bit more of what the other person is inflicting, then by all means, please design them more. Also, I think that would make it cheaper and mass distribute it, have this sport grow. So for all of you Filipino martial artists and also anyone who's practicing weapon-based martial arts, what do you think of these highly advanced armors? Is it a good thing to design them for combat sports and martial arts in general, or should they just be given to the military for their own training? And also let me know about the Unified Weapons Master. Do you think that these rules for fatality is really cool, or should they change up the rules? Tell me anything you want to tell me down in the comments sections below. Once again, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you get notified as quick as possible of our weekly videos and any other videos that pertain to martial arts in general. Alright guys, but before I let you guys go, I'm gonna remind you again of the second annual Battle of the Bayani, which is a Filipino martial arts tournament which will be held in Oxnard, California on March 2nd, 2019. More information is available in 413group.net/Bayani. It's gonna be $75 for unlimited divisions. That is only for the early bird registration, which is currently running all the way until February 2nd. You get also a free fighter t-shirt with that early bird purchase. So you guys have no time to waste. Go register right now so that I can see you guys over there in Oxnard. I'll be waiting for you guys. See you soon. By the way, I followed Unified Weapons Master and Chiron Global for a while, up to about 1.5 years ago or so, when I started not paying attention, and then suddenly, now that I'm looking up stuff about them, I can't really find much information. I don't see their videos anymore, and it's really hard to find any updates. So what's going on? Well, hopefully they are quietly developing the technology and they're gonna run some sort of crazy American reality TV show where I can participate, and maybe you'll get to see me there do crazy things with an armor.